I mean, we were three friends that we studied the MBA. At a certain point, we saw all the potential of the ZK proofs, and we decided to start all the project. Then this was bringing privacy, and obviously the first, application was related with identity and self-sovereign identity, because this was allowing us to create these unstoppable apps somehow. And yes, this is how we started. Then we created ident3. Afterwards, we created a scalability solution. This was Hermes. We were merged with Polygon. Then ident3 transitioned to all the part of Polygon ID. And today, we are rebranding the company and becoming more agnostic with Privado ID. Well, I think that something that we are really proud of is all the ecosystem that we have created. We have working with a lot of different banking or financial institutions, like could be, we are still in POCs or white papers, but we have done that with Deutsche Bank, Citi, HSBC in a very early stage, but we are working together very closely. Also, lately, I think that all this campaign with Verax and Linea has been a huge success. Also, we are being adopted by the Web3 ecosystem, and I think that's a huge history that we can explain around. Yes, I think one of the problems that we saw when we were Polygon ID is that there were other solutions or other platforms that they want to give grants with our solution, but they always told us, okay, Antoni, I am a competitor of yours in the L2 game, then I cannot give the grants with this brand, with Polygon ID. No? Then I think that then is when we understood that in order to grow, we need to be more neutral. And all these companies that in the past, and maybe Linea could be an example, no? That in the past they were not looking to us as a solution. Now they see that we are one more of the players in the game, and they can count on us if we have a good technology. Yes, I think that basically is the fact that you can keep all the data stored by yourself. You have the ownership of your own data. I think that's very helpful. Also, all the marketplace of verifiable credentials, I think that will be something really powerful, and this will allow to boost the whole ecosystem. And yes, basically, all the technology that we are bringing, that we will continue developing the next months, it will explode, it will escalate very heavily. Also, the computation power, all the development and the enhancements in the ZK proofs and all this world that we have seen boosting the last 12 months, they will help us a lot in the short term. How I see the future of identity basically is, if you ask me, for me, there is, being very specific, obviously there is proof of age for different web pages. There is proof of humanity to avoid bots. But if you ask me specifically, I am a believer on the KYC for payments. I think that this can trigger all the micro and retail payments across the world. And also all the certificates that will be required in risk-weighted assets, I think that will also trigger and open a new economy almost. Then I am very optimistic in the last two cases. Well, you know that in our world, 3 months is that like 1 year in any other industry. Also, when I see all the roadmap or what we have done in the last 2-3 years, it's crazy. But yes, I think that there will be a consolidation. One of the players will be adopted as the standard, obviously working very closely with regulators as we are doing, or with financial institutions. I think they will be the main drivers. And yes, how I envision obviously is Privado ID maybe becoming like a platform, and on top of that, different apps or maybe also other identity solutions that they need credentials can be built on top of us. Then I see our role most as in the infrastructure layer, in the basis, and then different builders creating products on the top. Well, to be resilient, I think that we have seen, I mean, also, and to be persistent, no, in the sense that, okay, we have spoken, for example, in the case of the MiCA, I have spoken with more than 90 regulators. Also, the POC with the financial institutions can take 1-2 years. Then, obviously, we need short-term winners, and in this sense, the Web3 projects are more easy to onboard, but for me is to have an idea, to follow it, and to persist in the midterm.